For so long, I treated my body like it was something to conquer. Now I'm learning to work with it. Another piece of this was realizing how much food quality mattered. I used to think calories were king. Now I care more about ingredients. And when I reduced processed foods and seed oils, my inflammation went down. And when I stopped living on artificial sweeteners, which I absolutely loved for a period of time because I loved my coffee, I had to have it, my cravings chilled out. Hey friend, welcome back to episode 3. I'm Ijoma. I used to believe exhaustion was proof that I was doing something right. If I wasn't sore, sweaty, and completely drained after a workout, I felt like it didn't count. More intensity meant better results, and at least that's what I was told. But my body didn't get the memo. The harder I pushed, the worse I felt. My sleep got lighter, my cravings got louder, my stomach stayed puffy, and the scale looked at me like, okay, nice try. But what I didn't understand back then is that exercise is still stress. Good stress, yes, but stress on top of already being a mom, running businesses, managing life, not eating enough for years. My body was overloaded. So I did something that felt almost embarrassing at first. I slowed down. I took a step back and I said, okay, you're not broken. You're just waiting for your breakthrough. So instead of chasing the burn, I started chasing consistency. Long walks outside instead of punishing cardio, simple strength training instead of exhausting circuits, and movements that just made me feel calmer, not crazier. And something unexpected happened. My body started responding. Now, put me on a treadmill and I'll quit after 20 minutes. I get bored and irritated. I'm just looking at the clock, waiting for it to end. But put me outside with sunlight and fresh air. I can walk for hours without even thinking about it. I remember a time when I was a little bit stressed out from just marriage and just being home with the kids and work. I went on a 2-hour walk outside at 9 o'clock. The kids were put to bed, and let me tell you, I felt so much better coming back into the home and looking at my husband's face, because sometimes you just need to take a step back, breathe, and just get some fresh air. Granted, the weather can definitely impact, when you walk and all of that, but the more you can get outside, the better. It's like your nervous system relaxes the moment you step outdoors. That's the science behind it, and I'll talk more about that later. Lately, I've also been experimenting with walking with a weighted vest. Not because I'm trying to turn walking into this extreme sport, but because it just gives me that gentle boost without setting my body into panic mode. And that's the word I keep coming back to, gentle. For so long, I treated my body like it was something to conquer. Now I'm learning to work with it. Another piece of this was realizing how much food quality mattered. I used to think calories were king. Now I care more about ingredients. And when I reduced processed foods and seed oils, my inflammation went down. And when I stopped living on artificial sweeteners, which I absolutely loved for a period of time because I loved my coffee, I had to have it, my cravings chilled out. Allulose has been the one option that seems to play nice with my body, but everything else, not so much. Now, these aren't even dramatic overnight changes. They're small, unsexy decisions that add up. And I want to be honest, I'm still figuring it out. Some days I feel amazing. Other days I feel a little bit more bloated than usual. But the fact of the matter is, there are days that I just don't want to move at all. And that could be because, maybe I'm just overloaded with stress at home, or just have a lot of things on my mind, or maybe I just underfueled that day. One thing I've learned is that I'm not going to try to take those 10,000 steps or exercise if I haven't eaten enough, because that again is going to send my body into stress mode. I'm also learning that health isn't about punishing yourself into a smaller body. It's about creating an environment where your body feels safe enough to let go. If you're the woman who's working out harder and seeing worse results, I hope this gives you permission to question the script. More isn't always better. Better is better. Next week, I'm sharing the 2 things that finally gave me consistent energy and why I now consider supplements a non-negotiable for my life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also hit that notification bar so you're alerted anytime a new video is posted. My hope and prayer is that this content gives you the peace and hope that we all need and deserve in our wellness journey, especially through the chaos of motherhood. Remember, you're not broken, you're just on your way to your breakthrough. See you then.